Hey, what's going on guys? Arekkz here and welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and today I'm going to do something fun. I want to talk about layered armor sets because I've been going through some of the event quests, picking up some of the layered sets that I have been missing. If you guys haven't done AT Namiel, while it might not appeal to you for the armor, you can of course go and get the Defender layered armor set and the Artian layered armor set, both incredibly cool. So, you know, there's some layered armor sets worth getting, and of course, given that the festival is soon coming to a close, it's a good idea to try and jump in and get anything that you might have missed. And then it kind of got me thinking about all the cool layered armor sets we've had up until this point, and then I thought, you know what we're gonna do? We're going to make a tier list. We're going to rank these layered armors, but before I get into that, I want to kind of explain how I'm going to do this, because obviously with the new layered armor system being put in place, you can now, technically speaking, turn all the old armor sets into layered armor sets. So I'm not going to include them because then it suddenly becomes an armor tier list, if you see what I mean. So I'm basically going to focus specifically on the armor sets that were either created as part of an event, things like the seasonal events, those kind of things where, yes, technically speaking, the set exists as a piece of armor, but generally speaking, the skills are pretty rubbish and you tend to gravitate more towards the layered set. I'll also focus on things that are, say, pre-order bonuses, those kind of things. Basically, the armor sets that are ultimately here to look cool and less so for functionality. So for those of you guys wondering, that list includes the Bushi Kabuto Sabi and the Homare. It includes the Origin set, the Brigade set, Blossom, Diver, Harvest, Orion, Gala, Defender, Artian, Black Belt, Wulong, Astral, Rose, Downy Crake, Silver Knight, and Yukumo. Those are the ones we're going to be ranking today, so sit back, get your popcorn, and let's go, because this is going to be controversial, I can tell, but hey, let's get started. So, you know what? I'm going to start right out the gate with a kind of controversial one. The Origin set. Now, to be clear, I've been playing Monster Hunter for a very long time. I've been playing since Freedom Unite. I like the Origin set, but I don't love it. And I know when this was kind of turned into a layered set, everyone was like, yo, this is awesome for like nostalgic feel. You can kind of go back and wear that. I just don't like it. So you know what? I'm going to put it kind of down here in like D tier because, yeah, it just looks weird. It just doesn't, I don't know, like, I get the nostalgic feel. Like, I appreciate it, but it just doesn't look cool. Anyway, so moving on from there, we're then going to be turning our attention to something that kind of shares that sort of look, but actually does look cool, and that's the Defender set. This is going all the way up here in A tier, right? This is very, very cool. You kind of got that helmet that's very similar to the Origin helmet, but this, obviously if you kind of jumped in into like World later, the Defender set is an actual armor set you can make, but it just looks really cool. You can color it, and this is one of the ones you can get by, of course, using Namiel tickets. So this is basically the reason I'm doing Arc Temper Namiel. It's not because I want to get the Namiel armor. It's because I want the Defender armor set. So that one is very cool. Now, let's talk about the Astral set. This one, yeah, you know what? I'm not ready for space in Monster Hunter. So I'm going to put this down here with the Origin set. D tier, right? I know that this is like crazy and everything and people liked it when it was first added, but it just looks kind of weird to me. I'm not really a big fan of it, so we're going to put it down there. Now, you'll also notice that in this tier list, by default, they're normally S to D. I added E and F because there's a couple of sets that belong right in the bottom. I was considering putting a Z tier in here just to show how much I dislike them, but we're going to get there a little bit later. Now, I'm going to grab something like the Wulong set. This is going straight up here, S tier. There is no debate here. Wulong set is one of my favorite sets. It looks so cool. Came from the recent event quest, of course. This is part of the the Chinese New Year sort of setup event they had. Very, very cool. I'm loving the baggy pants. It goes really nicely with the buff body chest piece. You kind of have that cool look to it. And my character also ends up looking kind of like my Animal Crossing character because he's got the ponytail on the back. S tier. No questions asked. Yes, let's do it. Now moving on from there, let's talk about the Gala set. This one, I'm sorry lads, this is going all the way down in F tier. I don't trust anyone that comes into a hunt wearing the Gala set, right? They're either going to be a mushroom merchant, they're going to be trying to tell you tales of the galaxy, or they're going to be a Leroy Jenkins who runs into the heat of battle. I don't trust them. Gala set, no. Also, belonging down F tier, is the Rose set. I've got hay fever. I don't appreciate having rose petals or flowers put on my shoulders in close proximity to my nose, which is invariably going to act up my hay fever. I just don't like it. No, it's not happening. Another one of the sets that I want to put up at A tier is, of course, the Bushi Kabuto sets. Now, there's technically speaking 2 of these. I'm going to kind of split these up. I'm going to put the Sabi set in A and the Homare set in B, partly because I just prefer the worn battle kind of tested, scratched version. It looks cool. Also, color's better. If you try and color the Homare set, it goes a bit weird and rainbowy. Don't really like that one too much, so I don't use that one that much, but form-wise, they're still pretty good. Obviously, that's, looks like the Laoshan armor from before, but hence Laoshan is not in the game, so we're going to work with this. So, A tier for the Sabi set, B for the Homare. Now, after that, we have the diver gear. This one, I'm torn between A and B, you see, because I only use the diver gear either for the belt and for the chest piece, because it looks really cool. Everything else, I don't use too much, so I feel like I'm going to put it in B tier for now. I like it for the belt, because if you want any of those armor sets where you don't really want a waist piece, you can just throw on the diver belt and you have that sort of minimal looking middle region, which is cool. But the mask, everything else is a little bit odd. But yeah, I do use the chest piece. I use the chest piece quite a bit. Used it in my recent fish dual blade set, if you guys haven't seen that one. So definitely check that one out. Blossom set. This also belongs in F tier. You guys seeing a theme here? Gala, Rose, Blossom. I'm not about wearing flowers for armor. It's just not me. Just like, I'm here to hunt monsters. I'm not here to hunt flowers. I don't want to wear it. It's not me. No. Black belt. All right, this one belongs up in A tier, right? Because this one for me, special place in my heart. Because when I first played Monster Hunter, when I was playing Freedom Unite, or actually no, Freedom Second should I say, the guy that teaches you how to use the weapons, well, I mean, I say teaches, that's a loose term because they weren't really weapon tutorials back then. They were very vague, which is probably why Monster Hunter was so hard to get into. But the guy wore that armor, and I remember seeing him before, and I was like, yo, I really want that. And then obviously we got it as layered. That can go up there right in A tier. Now we have, Brigade set. This is very similar territory to this stuff, but I'm not gonna put it quite as low. I'm gonna put it here, E tier. I'm not about this, right? I want to look like, you can probably tell a theme now. I either want to look like a badass. I want to look menacing. I don't want to have flowers on my armor. I don't want to wear a fancy hat. I don't want to look like one of the musketeers. It's just not why I play Monster Hunter. So these guys down here in E tier, it's just has to happen. Orion set. This one, we can put this. I'm gonna put this in C tier because there's something that needs to go here, right? I like the Orion set. It's the Christmas set. You can color it. If you color it green, kind of looks like Link's hat. Color it red, you look like Santa. I like the waist. I like the legs on it. It's kind of a good sort of combination if you want to mix it with some other things for some fun layered armor. After that, we have the Silver Knight set, which I'm going to put in. I'm actually going to put this one in C, right? I like it. It came as the Iceborne pre-order, and it looks very Dark Soulsy. It's one of those kind of cool Dark Souls looking armors. I like it, but it doesn't actually go with a lot of things. I like to kind of mix and match my layered armor sets. Obviously, if you just want to look like a Silver Knight, fair enough, wear it. But if you kind of throw it with a lot of other things, it doesn't really match too well. So, yeah, it's a mid-tier. It's a mid-tier layered armor set. We then have the Harvest set, which, I mean, technically speaking, I know I said at the beginning I wasn't using things based off of previous existing armors. This was an armor in a previous game, but of course, in this situation, it was linked to a seasonal event. I always really like this one. I think it's super awesome. Gonna put this down at, you know what? I'm still gonna put it B tier. I like it. I like it a lot. But I don't use the whole thing. I use the chest piece because it's got a cape. Actually, you know what? It's got a cape. It's going back up to A tier. There are not enough capes in Monster Hunter. We need more capes. It has a cape. It's A tier. Simple. Yukumo armor, S tier. Bam. Done. Done deal. If you guys played Portable Third, you will know this armor set. Loved it. Portable Third, one of my favorite Monster Hunter games. Such a great game. And Yukumo armor was, of course, in there when they threw this into, Iceborne as an available layered set. That was incredibly cool. Plus the waist, just the waist alone on this one, I used in a lot of my armor sets, kind of comparing that or combining that with some of the samurai armor sets. Speaking of which, I don't have the samurai armor set in this tier list, which is a crying shame. It's awesome, but I only use the legs on the samurai armor set. Anyway, moving on from there, RTN set. Basically, if you want to look like Samus, super cool. I'm going to put this down at B tier because I like it, but I'm not looking for a robot. I'm not looking to be a robot too much. I really do like the way it looks, and of course, if you have started to do the Arctemp and Namiel, this is the other armor set you can get, so this is what you use the tickets for. I like the, you know, if you want to look like Samus, go with it. It's cool. It's definitely up there in the top rankings, but it's, you know, A and S tier is a special place for me. And then, Downy Crake. Where's it gonna go? S tier. So, there we have it. That's the tier list for the layered armor set. That is what I've done. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to link the tier list in the description box down below. If you guys want to get involved, then I'll share it for you. Make your own tier list, take a screenshot, tweet me so I can see how you guys have ranked the layered armor sets. Hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see more stuff like this, maybe we could rank like monsters, armors, weapons. Maybe we need to do one of these for the female armors. Either way, let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed it. A little bit different today, but it's the weekend, so yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, you can join the Arekkz Gaming Discord. We've got an awesome community over there with so many different channels for you to chat loads of different topics and different games. I'm in there, the team's in there. If you guys want to chat with us, find people to play with, it's just in general a great place to be. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of our future uploads.